Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about how I use the 9-day exponential moving average on both the 1-minute and the 5-minute chart to find the best entries and exits when scalping option contracts. What we'll do is we'll jump into the charts. I'll show you guys 3 examples on Boeing, Beyond Meat, as well as on Starbucks, one that I went ahead and traded today. Before we get into the video, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. It'll help out the video and it'll really help out my channel. If you want to stay tuned for some future videos, make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell notification so that you guys know every time that I post. Before we go ahead and jump into this, I quickly want to say, after watching today's video, don't go ahead first and throwing the 9-day EMA on your chart and just start trading with it with some real money. I want you guys to take this video, learn from it, put the 9-day on your chart, and then start to watch it over the next few days. See if this strategy works for you, maybe paper trade with it, or do some really small trades just to test the strategy. Not every strategy works for every trader, and I just wanted to clear that up before we jump into this. All right, guys, so I have the charts pulled up. Let's go ahead and break this down. So on the left side here, we have the 1-minute. On the right side here, we have the 5-minute. The blue line here is the 9-day EMA. To add it, go to Studies, type in EXP, Moving Average Exponential. Go ahead and add it to your charts. So once it's on there, what you guys can see is we have that line pop up. Now we're looking at it at the 1-minute as well as on the 5-minute. This is Boeing's chart. So what I like to do is when I'm looking at this, I want to see 2 green candles on the 5-minute chart close above the 9 EMA to confirm an uptrend. And on the flip side, I want to see 2 red candles, 2 5-minute red candles close below the 9-day EMA to confirm a downtrend. Now I watch it on the 1-minute as well, because I like to see the intervals sort of break down. So you can see here it broke down, but over here it was still above the 9-day EMA. And we'll break down that example a little bit more in depth in just a second. So I like to see both sides. I want to see the 5-minute and the 1-minute. If both sides are below or above the 9-day EMA on 2 consecutive green candles or 2 consecutive red candles, that's my confirmation to either go long or to go short. So to break down this exact example, what we can see in the morning here, we have 2 green candles close above the 9-day EMA. So right here, I would start to get interested for a long. We have 2 green candles on the 5-minute close above the 9-day EMA. And let's go ahead and hypothetically say you use this strategy to get into a call option right here. So you're in around 162 on this Boeing call option. Now your answer or your question is, when do I get out of this trade? When do I cut my losses? Or when do I go ahead and take my profits? So my answer to that is you stay in this trade as long as the price action stays above the 9-day EMA on both the 1-minute as well as on the 5-minute. So looking at this, you would continue to be in this trade all the way up until 1035. Not one 1-minute candle closed below the 9-day EMA this entire ride higher until 1035. Now this is a nice profit as it is, but let's go ahead and say, you saw this 2 red candles right here close below the 9-day EMA on the 1-minute chart. Now if we look over to the 5-minute on the right side here, that same time frame, what we can see is that we did not have one close below the 9-day EMA on the 5-minute. So we did wick down, but our 5-minute candle closed just above it and actually right below it, but it was still, in that range. So it didn't close below. It was not 2 consecutive red candles. Now, if this candle closed down here, and then we have another red candle open up right here, that's your confirmation to get out. But we did not have that. So we spiked right back up past the 9-day EMA on the 5-minute, and we continued to ride this trend. So what we can see on the 1-minute, we didn't get out here because the 5-day was still above, so we're still holding this bullish trend. So we go over on the 1-minute, we continue to ride this trend. Right here, we have a break, right? So you might say, okay, maybe this is my exit. 1105, we go to 1105 on the 5-minute, and what we can see is we're still bullish, we're still above the 9-day EMA. So we continue to ride this trend all the way from 945 up until around 110. So you have a nice trend right here. You're comfortable, you're not worried about it because it's trending above the 9 and it's still a bullish uptrend. So right around here, which is 120, so let's go to 120 on here, is where Boeing starts to break down. So 120 is right here on the 1-minute. So we have a breakdown here on the 1-minute, and we also have a consecutive red candle close below the 9 EMA Now right there is where you just get out of your trade and you take your profits. What you can see, the next few 5-minute candles are a consecutive downtrend until we find support at the VWAP line. So that's how I use this trend. Now we'll look at some other examples, but hopefully that makes sense. We're looking at the 5-day. As long as the price action holds below or holds above or below, if you're in puts, above the 9-day EMA, you continue to hold this. Your entry is when it closes above with 2 consecutive green candles, and your exit is a close below on a consecutive red candle. So right here, you took this move and you made, let's say what the percentage is. You took just about a 3% move on the stock, which with option contracts is a pretty nice profit. Alrighty guys, so here is the second example. This is on Beyond Meat, BYND. So on the left side, 1 minute, right side, 5 minute. So looking at this, let's say you got into this trade because you saw a consecutive green candle right here. 1, 2, closing above, third one as well as another confirmation, closing above that 9-day EMA. So you got into some call options. Now, it's a little risky getting in this early in the morning, but let's go ahead and see what would have happened if you did. So you can see it ran up, sort of fell back on you. Right here, maybe you were nervous, you wanted to cut your losses. But if you look over here on the 5 minute, the green candles are still above that 9-day EMA. So you're still comfortable holding. You're holding above it. The 9-day EMA is holding on the 5 minute. So you were okay holding through this little bit of a dip. Now what we can see is it started higher, broke through these previous highs, all the way up to $172. So if you were to get in here in the morning, you held through this dip because you saw in the 5 minute that we were still holding that 9-day EMA. So we started to move lower. We broke below it right here, stayed above it on the 5 minute. You can see the 5 minute started to retest a little bit, but we were still trading above it. Even right here, we dipped down, but still stayed higher. So right here at 10:20, you were still in this trade. You were still in this bullish uptrend because it was holding on the 9. So 10:20, we can see another break above it right here at 10:25. Now, this is the point where you want to go ahead and exit this. So we have a big red candle, we have a break below, and a close below on the 5 minute, which is right around 10:30. So 10:30 was this candle right here. You go ahead and take your profits. We broke the trend, we broke the uptrend on BYND on the 5 minute and the 1 minute EMA. You go ahead and take it, either take profit or you go ahead, break even or cut your losses. Now, obviously, there's going to be times where this, gives back profits. As you can see, the perfect exit was up here around 172, but you wanted to continue to watch this to see if it would hold the 9-day EMA. BYND could have very easily bounced off this 9 and continued higher up to 175. But in this case, it was a failed breakout. We broke below the 9, and you go ahead and cut it at that point, whether it's a loss, whether it's break even, or whether it's take profit. You don't want to have emotions when you're using this strategy. So another example where on the 1 minute it breaks below, but on the 5 minute it's still holding, so you can still run this up. All right, guys, so final example for you is Starbucks, and this is actually a put option that I did take today, calling it out in the Discord chat in my small account challenge right here. If you guys want to follow my small account challenge, go to the first link in the description below and join the Discord. I post all of my trades in there as I'm taking them. So looking at this, what I was looking at here, this is later in the day. This is around 12:30 p.m. We have 2 red candles right here breaking down below the 9 EMA, and we have the VWAP coming up, and I was looking for a break of both of those. So that time frame is right here, 12:30, broke below it, 2 consecutive 5-minute candles below the 9-day EMA, as well as the VWAP, and this was very bearish to me. So I got into some put options right around here, looking for this break below the VWAP as well as the 9-day. Now, as you can see, I rode this all the way down, and I started scaling out right around 1 o'clock, 1:10. So if I pull up the Discord, I got out around 1 o'clock, 20% profit, small profit. I'm trading with a $500 account. So a nice 20% gain, got out at 1 o'clock, which was right around here. So I took those profits, and you can see that I was comfortable holding this because on the 1 minute chart, not one candle closed above this 9-day EMA. It continued to ride this downtrend, and I was continuing to ride these put options. Now around here, we start to see it flatten. It closed above it. It sort of closed above it, but then came right back down. But at 120, if we look at the 5 minute, right here at 120, we're well below the 9-day EMA in the 5 minute. So you're still okay holding this. Hold it down a little bit longer, and then right around here, which is 1:40 p.m. on the 1 minute, that's looking like right here, what we can see is we broke above the 1 minute and we retested it, found support. On the 5 minute, we had a green candle close above that, and that's your indicator to get out and to take profits right there. Now, if you took profits, that's a nice scalp, but looking at it later into the day, we can see we ran back up to the VWAP line, which is right here. We fell once again off that VWAP line, 5 minute candle breaking below right here, and that's, you can go ahead and get back into these trades if you wanted to, but I didn't decide to. I wanted to just take my profits and be done for the day. So looking at this trade, recapping it, break below the 9-day EMA in the 1 minute, a break below, another consecutive candle on the 5 minute, got into these put options, held it until the green candles were above the 9-day EMA in the 5 minute, and that was right there. All right, guys, so there were the 3 examples that I found for the 9-day exponential moving average on both the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Make sure to put it on your chart. Don't go ahead and trade with it right away, but try to find some examples yourself. Go through the stocks that you usually watch, see if it works for you as well. Find where the stock stays above that 9-day EMA for 2 consecutive green candles on the 5 minute chart, and look at what happens after that. See if it continues to ride that trend higher, and you can stay in that trade as long as it stays above that 9-day exponential moving average. Hopefully after watching this video, you guys found some value out of that, implement it into your trading. Let me know down below what you guys think about it, if you're already using it, or if you had success with it in the past. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel for some future videos like this one. Also, if you want to join 1,200 other traders, check out the first link in the description below to join my Discord chat. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.